Oh my god, you guys, I'm so excited to be filming this review today for you. I'm getting it up a lot later than I thought I would just because I live in the boonies when I'm at school, so it takes forever for things to get to me. But it finally came in the mail, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. So, few details in here real quick for you. This is $42. You can get it right now on the ABH website. You can get it March 6th online at Sephora and Ulta, and then you can get it in stores March 10th if you want to go and see it in person. But I'm telling you, you probably don't need to see it in person because it is beautiful. So really quickly, just starting off with the packaging details, it comes in this velvet covered case that all the other palettes come in as well. It's nothing new for Anastasia. It's very simple. And can we just talk about this name real quick? Soft Glam. Like, that's enough for me to buy it. I don't know. I really like that name. It's so simple, but I love it. Soft Glam. Because that's just what you want to look like, you know? Soft Glam. I don't know. I like the name a lot. So inside, let's take a look at the colors. So you have 14 shades. And I want you guys to look at the colors. I thought, like, when I saw pictures and stuff, it was going to be a very warm palette. It is still on the warmer side, but seeing it and looking at it in person, it is not as warm as it looks. It has a lot more brown shades and a couple, like, golds and things like that. So, not as warm as I thought it was going to be. But as you can see, the look I created it's warm. Like, it is a warm palette. Okay, so I swatched them for you on my arm. So this first set of swatches is the top row. You'll notice that the colors kind of aren't showing up that well. That's because they're lighter colors, except for towards the end you'll see that the shimmery colors are much more pigmented and beautiful and soft and ugh. And here is the second set of swatches, which is the bottom row. These were a lot more pigmented. They showed up really, really dark and as they looked in the pan, so that's what those look like. So there are 5 shimmer / glittery shades, 1 satin, which is tempera, and then the rest are all mattes. I think that's a really good range because as much as I love shimmer colors, mattes are what you tend to use more. So I really like this palette just because there's a lot of mattes, and there's a black, there's a brow bone shade, there's an inner corner highlight, so you definitely have all you need to create a full look. Also, what I want to talk about these tones is that, yeah, they're not that original. Like, I definitely have all of these colors in my collection already, but the fact that it's all in one is really great. And like, saying from a makeup artist point of view, this is something that would be really, really good to have in your kit because a lot of people like these colors. They don't really want crazy, colorful, dramatic looks. And this right here is a really good all-in-one palette, and you can still get a lot of different looks. You can go warm, you can go more cool. There's like more reddish tones in here. You can do like a pinky red look. Like, you can do a lot more than it looks in this palette. Now, all of the colors in this palette are new to Anastasia. I know that orange soda is in other palettes or like a single palette, and if you have the Modern Renaissance palette, there are 3 colors in here that are also in the palette, and those would be tempera, burnt orange, Cypress Umber, but all of those shades are really good shades to have in your palette anyways. Honestly, a lot of times when brands say, oh, these are all new colors, they're really not. You can go swatch them to their other palettes and they're probably the same. So, I mean, at least they're honest here. These are the same colors, but they're good basic colors that you need for every look, so you're still going to use them a lot regardless. So basically what I'm saying about the color range is that it's really good to create a full look. You have everything you need. This is good to travel with, and a lot of people like these tones. So it's just a really, really nice and pretty palette. It's not super unique color-wise, but the fact that it's all in one is really good, and I think a lot of people are going to like this. Really quickly, let's talk formulation. Now, Norvina, who is the owner, claimed that this was the same formula as the Modern Renaissance. I have subculture, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind the formulation on that. It is really, really powdery, but you just got to know how to work with it. And honestly, with my Modern Renaissance, I noticed that that's really, really powdery too, so I didn't get why people were complaining too much about that. So what I noticed with this palette is actually the top row is not nearly as powdery as the bottom row where the mattes are. So when I did dip my brush into these bottom colors, there was a lot of fallout, so you do have to tap your brush, but it's not that hard, and you'll see in the tutorial that the colors blended beautifully. I didn't have any issue with it falling on my face because I tapped my brush off. So you just have to know what you're doing when you're using these, but it's not bad. It's a good formula, and these blended like a dream. As far as the shimmers go, you have two beautiful, like really intensely metallic colors right here. I have this one on my eyelid. Really love these. I did find with bronze that I did kind of have to work to build it up, but if you just wet your brush, the color would show up insane on your eyelid. I just chose not to, just so I could really learn the formula of these. But yeah, the shimmers in here are beautiful as well. I mean, this is good. This is good stuff. So I just wanted to do a really quick and dirty review for you guys on this. So overall, thumbs up. So I'm going to go into the tutorial on how I did this look. I just wanted to do something a little bit more natural and soft because I might go out in public after this. But I definitely will be doing another tutorial, one at least on my Instagram and another one here, doing maybe a little bit more dramatic, fun looks. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, something that I could wear to dinner at the cafeteria at my school. Right. So to start off, I went in with the shade Orange Soda with a blender brush, and I just blended that into my crease to start off the transition. This color is really light and a really good base to use for a look. I went in with the shade Tempera, and I put that underneath my brow bone as a brow bone highlight. This has a slight satin sheen to it, which I think is really flattering for under the eyebrow. The next color I then used was Burnt Orange, which is a little bit deeper than Orange Soda, and again, I just kind of built that up in the crease to start to build that dimension and blend. That's how you're going to get a good blend, is by starting the colors from light to dark. Using a little bit more of a precise blender brush, I took the shade Sienna and I blended that more focused on the outer corner of my eye, and that kind of added a little bit more warm tone into my look and also defined the eye more. Using a flat shader brush, I took the shade Bronze and I started packing that onto my lid and my inner corner. As I mentioned earlier, it didn't really stick to the lid as well as I would have liked. This probably would apply better with a finger or with a wet brush, but I made it work and I was just trying to learn the formula. There are ways to make it work better, but it still worked great the way it was. Just to try out more shades, I took the shade Fairy and I popped that into the center of my lid. That just kind of brightened my look up. It's not crazy different from Bronze, but it's just a lighter color, and I thought the two went very well together. I then took the shade Glistening and I used that as my inner corner color. It works out very nicely as an inner corner color, and I think it would look beautiful on like medium skin tones as an inner corner highlight as well. For my lower lash line, I took the shade Rustic on a small brush and I just defined the outer part of my lower lash line with that. Like I said, I found Burnt Orange, Sienna, and Rustic all to be that more powdery formula, but they blend good, and just tap your brush off and you'll be fine. Alright, so following these steps, I went off camera and finished my full face. If you want to know anything that I'm used or that I'm wearing, it will be linked down below in the description box. But yeah, that's how I did this look. You guys should keep an eye on my channel, subscribe to see the next tutorial and whatever other videos and reviews I have to film, because I love filming reviews for some reason. I love talking about makeup and products and blah 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 blah. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any requests, you can comment down below. Just remember to subscribe so that I can fulfill your requests, and so that you can see that I posted that video, and look out for the Instagram tutorial I'm going to use. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to using this palette more. I really like it, and I think it's really good to add to your collection. Maybe not if you have a bunch of makeup like I do, but if you want it, you won't be disappointed in it. Alright guys, bye. Have a good day.